Weekly Creative Update.
Welcome to the show, another week in the books. Your favorite YouTuber is back. I'm here and you are there, let's go, 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 go. Carl makes Sundays great again.
Hello, and welcome to the show. Welcome to another Sunday, another weekly creative update. A little show here on YouTube that I have where I'm going through the week. What have I been making the last week? What creative endeavors am I into? This is sort of a visual artist diary for me. It's just I'm going here. I am talking to you, talking to the camera, explaining what I've been thinking about, what I have been working on, and just summing up the week, so to speak. So let's get into it. What have I actually been working on? And what I have been working on, I have been telling you a lot of times. But it is worth repeating. Everything that is important is worth repeating. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm working on the towering project, where I went to Bologna in Italy, studied the old towers, took some inspiration from there, come up with an idea for a project, applied for some grants, received some grants, and now I'm in the making of my own towers. Actually, 2 towers, and it's gonna be made out of 5 individual pieces that is going to be stacked in top of each other, and it's going to be roughly 2 meters and 20 centimeters high, both towers, and then I will sort of connect those two. But this week I have been trying to finishing up the 2 last boxes, so they are pretty much done. So I have 9 boxes at home now, here in my home studio right behind me, and the one left is still in the wooden workshop. I will go and get that. So the rough work is done on them. I have been doing some sort of relief pieces on the side, and now when I have done the rough work in the workshop, I will start to go in and maybe paint on them, maybe put some lacquer on them, maybe put some oil on them, some color. I don't really know, but I will try to work with them in some sort of way. So the goal is now, when the rough work is done, I will spend 1 week here and trying to define and paint them, draw on them, and so on. So hopefully my goal is to finish up 2 boxes every day, which means I have Monday till Friday, and hopefully then the boxes are done, the towers are done, and then I will start to focus on maybe on the top. I will build something extra and put them together, and maybe put a sort of a line in between them, or a rope or something, and then I will create it like a bell that you can ring in, which could be a fun little thing to add to it. So I'm working on those, and the exhibition that I'm gonna have an exhibition with these towers, and it's gonna be up for 1 month, and it will be in an architectural office here called Open Studio in Malmö, Sweden, where I live, and the vernissage is planned for the 17th of January. And therefore, I went to visit the guys at the office, and they were really excited about the exhibition. They've recently opened this, or they have had the office for a while, but they've recently moved to a new space, and they want to develop this kind of exhibition scene in their office, because they have a nice office space now where they want to do fun stuff like that. So I'm actually the first one to exhibit there, and spreading the words for the new little kind of gallery in their office. So that is also fun. And I was there talking to them this week, and talking about some administration kind of thing. So this week I will make a poster for the exhibition. I will try to send out some invites and make it so that people maybe want to visit. We'll see, but doing all sort of that stuff, because this is kind of all on me. I'm doing the sort of the mostly promotion by myself, and that can be fun, that can be hard, but I try to see it in a fun way that will be fun. I will try to make some cool things there, some graphic things that is always fun, come up with a fun name for the exhibition, and so on. So we'll see where that leads. That I will also get into this coming week. So that was that, and the next one I was going to take up my phone here to look at what I have written down, but I actually know, because I'm trying to I've been bad at this week because I wanted to get into drawing more, and there's this competition in Sweden called the Thinking Hand, and it's a drawing competition. You can win 10,000 euros, 100,000 Swedish crowns if you win this, and but the goal is not to win, the goal is to participate, and then you have to apply with 5 drawings, and I made one last week and I made one this week. This week's drawing is not done, and I don't really like it as much as the last one, but I've been working with some sort of fun and play landscape with those two. So my goal is to, because there is also around the same time when the vernissage is the hand in for that as well. So we'll try to make at least one drawing every week now, a little larger drawing every week that I can send in. And yeah, just to get into drawing more and getting to the feeling, because I really like drawing, but I don't take the time to do it that much as I do with the building stuff. So I want to do that more. That's why I'm applying for that competition, and I will finish this drawing up today. That's my goal. So that is what I've been working on. There isn't that much more exciting news. So now let's move on to the next segment of the show. And the next segment of the show is the self-promotion. It's self-promotion, and you might think there, sitting at home watching me, if you still are watching the video, if you haven't clicked down the video because you said to yourself, "Oh, Carl, he doesn't have the fire burning with him today. He seems a bit tired. He is just talking about nonsense. We don't even want to watch anymore." Maybe some of you have done that, but if you not have done that, you want to know why self-promotion is important. I believe it is important for an artist in the beginning of their career to do some sort of self-promotion. At least for me, I feel like I want to get as many eyes as possible on my work, which can lead to new opportunities, and new opportunities is important. Especially in the beginning of my career, it is important with new opportunities, and eyes equals opportunities, and that's why I'm trying to do some self-promotion, and I'm doing it through the YouTube channel, I'm doing it through my Instagram. Check it out, subscribe, follow, whatever, if you want to do that. Don't feel forced. No one should feel forced to do anything they don't want. That is why it is beautiful to be a human being and being alive, because we're free to do whatever we want to, and that's so nice. So I don't want to force anyone, but I'm gonna force you to this. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. But guys, I have a newsletter. If you didn't even know that, I have a newsletter that I'm sending out every month. It's called Monthly Creative Update. It's sort of like this show, but it's a bit shorter, and a little other things that I'm trying to put in there, and I'm doing a giveaway every newsletter I've sent out. I think I've sent out 5 or 6 newsletters. And I said when I have 100 subscribers, I was going to do a live stream. And I right now have like 120 subscribers on the newsletters. So live stream will be coming up. So keep your eyes open for that. And then we will also be doing a little fun giveaways on the live stream. So go in there, check the newsletter out. It is fun, and it's important for you to subscribe to Carl Fredrik Emmerich's newsletter, because if anyone is asking you, are you subscribing to his newsletter, and you say yes, I am, then they will think that you are cool. And if they think that you're cool, then you're cool. But you don't have to be cool. Cool is in the viewer's eyes, if you are cool or not. Or it's not even that, it's in your own eyes. Do you think you're cool? Then you're cool, and you don't have to be cool. But if you're subscribing to the newsletter, you might be cool. So let's move on. And one of the other self-promotion things is that I have a course. If you want to have a chat with me, if you want to talk with me over the internets, you can do that. You can actually do that, because I have the Creative Call with Carl and Company, a little fun course where me and 4 or 5 other people are sitting and hanging. We're doing it, it's a monthly thing. We're doing it 4 sessions, and we're just talking, hanging out, having a nice, lovely little time. So there are still some spots available, so go into the website. Link is down below. Sign up for the course if you are interested in having a little chat with me and some other fellows like-minded creative people. So do that, and now we are over and done with the self-promotion. We're moving on to the weekly question. We're flying through this episode. We have the speed, we have the endurance, we have everything that we need to do a successful podcast episode. Is this even a podcast? I don't know. Is it a podcast? Is it not a podcast? This is a talking video podcast, because I can call it whatever I want to, and that is what is nice about the show, the weekly creative update show, now coming in with a weekly question. Let's do this. This is a question from Miken K. Hopefully I said that right. Hi, thank you so much for these videos. Thank you. You are a great help to me in overcoming my burnout. Okay, that's really nice to hear. Thank you. I'm always glad when people saying positive things about the videos and coming with those encouraging things, and that's the best feeling, to be able to inspire someone. And sometimes people are writing, and then I become really glad. Like now. How did now to the questions? Let's get into it. Let's get real now, but not too serious. How did your journey into art begin? Okay, let's answer this in a quick way that can be good for everyone. I can make it a quick. I'll make the story a quick one. In the beginning of my life, I was just making, creating, drawing, coming up with games, building stuff, and just doing creative things all over the place. And I didn't really ever lost it, but there was a time in between where I was sort of like 12 till 20, let's say, where the mainstream, the norms, the friends that I had, they were more into sports and gaming, computer gaming, and then I went into that route as well, and I did sports and I did gaming and all sort of that stuff you do as a young child, because I wasn't in the art community, or I wasn't in the cultural thing. I don't come from this really cultural background, so I didn't have it. I didn't have it from my home. I didn't have it from the friends that I had, and it was considered a bit lame, I think. So I kind of lost touch with it then. And then when I graduated high school, I just went a year working, going at home, didn't really do anything. And then I thought to myself, what should I do now? What do I really like? And then it was art. I really like to draw. I really like to build stuff. And then I went to this preparing school, went to 2 years of preparing art school. Then I went 1 year to industrial design, which was really, really boring. And then I said, I have to do something else. Then I applied to architecture school in Copenhagen, because I heard that it was a really artistic school where you can do architecture. And then I went into there. And then when I had done 3 years there, I felt like, oh no. Because I went to this, after the 3 years, I went to work at an architectural office, or actually 2 offices, one in Copenhagen and one in Malmö. And then I felt like, oh, architecture is really, really boring. Going to architecture school in Copenhagen is really, really fun. Going to an architectural office and working is really, really boring. It's really, really, you lose your creativity. You lose everything that you want to do, that you've been teaching in school, because architecture school and the practice outside of school, the real work practice, it's not similar. And then I thought, I'm going back to do my master's. Then I did my master's at the architecture school, art and architecture, more of this artistic kind of thing, to do even more artistic and experimental than the other architecture masters at the school. And it was really fun. And the teacher said, maybe Carl, you should do more of architecture. It's too much art. It's too much sculpture. But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to listen to them. So they got really mad at me. And then I became an artist. Or I've always been an artist. But then when I graduated, I felt like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go back to an office, because that would be killing myself slowly. Putting in a knife through my stomach and just turning it around really, really slowly. And that would hurt. So then I decided I want to pursue the art career, or rather, I don't define art. Art doesn't have any boundaries. a lot of people want to put boundaries between art and architecture and design and whatever, put people in boxes, but I don't believe in that. So what I believe in is to the way I started developing my own style of working in school. I've just felt like I want to pursue that way and create in that sort of way. When I finished school, I have just explored more and more and more on that journey. I haven't really quit. I haven't done anything else that I did at school. I have just trying to develop that style of working even more now. And that's just a way of me working. And I don't define it as art or architecture or I believe everything is art, but don't put things in boxes. That's what I've learned. But to your questions, I don't even know if I answered the question, but that was just my kind of art journey. But my art journey kind of started when I was a young little kid, and I've always I feel like I've always been super creative. And I maybe not have I lost maybe 8 years there between 12 and 20 when I didn't really pursue it, but I was creative maybe in other ways. I feel like so maybe that answers the questions, but the journey is ongoing, and it's an exciting one, and it's fun. Thank you for the question. Thank you for the nice encouraging words, and hopefully I could I answered that question in some sort of way. But that was a little personal art story journey. If you want to know more about it, write it down in the comments. I can make videos about architecture school or creative things or whatever. If you are interested in hearing more about that, maybe you could dive deeper into some details of some things there. But now let's move on to the last segment of the show. And what is that? It's actually the wise words. And the wise words for this week is, I don't really have a specific kind of thing, but or I have that. I have written it down. Patience. It's all about patience. It's all about being patient when you are going forward in your art career. And when because I can just talk from myself, because I feel a lot of the times now that I feel like, oh, things should happen faster, or I want to get this grant, I want to have this exhibition, I want to do this, and I want to do this. But things aren't coming to you that fast as you want to. We live in a world with like instant gratification all over the place with the internet and the apps and everything that's going on. So I think we need to take some deep breaths and just relax and say, things will come when things will come. We have to move slowly. We have to go slow. Really slow steps forward, and that's where the patience game can in, because we can become impatient, and we can become, oh, why isn't it happening for me? What isn't I saw the other guy on Instagram, he received this grant and I didn't, and then you start to compare yourself with other people. And that is not good. It's not good to compare yourself with other people, because everyone is on their own journey. I think that's important, and that's why we have to have patience. And we have to have patience in that kind of way that you don't really know when things will happen. I think when you least expect it, it will happen. But the only thing we can, for example, we can no, the video has been too long when I don't know what to say, but we can only affect the things we can affect. So if I can write the applications, that is what I can do. Then what the outcome is going to be, I cannot do anything about it. Then we cannot be sad about it, because it's not in our control. The only thing that's in our control is that we cannot stop doing the work. So just doing the work, and never stop doing the work. Just doing the work, even if you just do the little bit every day, it's much better than just doing a lot work just one day. Like, do a little bit every day, and then you kind of forget about it. I sometimes forget about the applications I send in, and then when I receive an application back, oh, you received this grant, then I become really happy. But I think for an artist, patience, you have to be a friendly lover of patience, and play the long game. Play the long game. This thing that I'm gonna say now, I've said it a lot of times, but I'm gonna say it again. A lot of people overestimate themselves in the short run and underestimate themselves in the long run. And in the long run, a lot of things can happen if you're just being consistent and putting in the work and showing up and doing it and doing it and doing it. And then maybe you do it again. You do it again. You do it again. You do it again. Because if you don't stop, that is the only thing then you're giving yourself the opportunity to make things happen. But if you stop, if you quit, there will be 0% opportunity that you will succeed or that you will receive anything here. But if we just don't stop and we don't see any result, nothing is happening, and we just continue, because, guys, we are the lovers of the patient game. We have to play the patient game, the PG, play the PG, patience game, and then I think a lot of things will come our way. Just being patient, having a good, nice time, relaxing a bit. I'm sitting like this now on the chair, having a bit of a relaxed time here in the end of the show, because that's so nice. Because you wanna know why? I'm playing the PG. I'm playing the PG all day and all night. We have to do it. Because if we not do it, we know for sure that nothing is gonna happen. But if we're still in it, if we're still doing it, we know we will receive greatness. And even if we don't, we gave ourselves the opportunity to do that, and that's what is important. So, guys, PG. And now I've been talking on for way too long, so I will leave you here. And hopefully see you in another episode. Hopefully see you down in the comments. Hopefully see you everywhere around. Subscribe to the newsletter, guys. Newsletter that is coming out in 2 weeks. And 2025 will be fire in the heart of the soul of my artist body. So let's move on. We have a lot of things to do. Things are going our way. This is an outro. I love you all. See you in the next one.